Hello everyone. I have been asked by some people to make a tutorial on creating furniture. So today we're going to create a chair. We will start by creating a spline. I tend to use B-splines in these cases because they're easier to handle. So we'll just create 3 points to make an arch. And I'll adjust them. Okay. I will not create the sweep nerves and put the spline as a child of the sweep. And then I will create a rectangle. I'll add it to the sweep nerves. And I'll change its orientation. Oh, this was backwards. Okay, and let's just change the width and the height. So if you see the wireframe, you'll notice that there are not a lot of subdivisions here. So what you can do is go to the spline and change the intermediate point setting to natural, and then just change the number to a higher one. As you can see, the subdivisions of the sweep are better now. Now that we have this part completed, I will add a symmetry object and just use the sweep nerves as the child of it. And what we have to do now is in object mode, just move it to the right. Okay, and I think I'll just change these parameters. We will now add the back part of the chair, so just take the sweep nerves and duplicate it. I'll change its position again to 0, so it's on the center. Okay, and I'll change the parameters of the rectangle, so it's thinner and a bit wider. And what we will do now is go to the sweep nerves and change the start growth and the end growth parameters. So now we have the back part, and it's using the exact same spline. What I will do now is create a cube and resize it. Go to the top view and just resize it so it fits in between these two parts, and then go to the right view or the left view, and we can adjust this cube as well as the rotation. I'll just duplicate it via simple copy paste and position it right here, and rotate it accordingly again, and duplicate it again, and move it down here, and rotate it one more time. So as you can see, this part is now connected, and we have this base cube or base rectangle. What we can do now is create the base of the chair as well as the seat, and for that part I will also use a spline, but this time a Bezier spline. doesn't have to be perfect, you can adjust the spline later. Looks pretty big, so I'll just resize it. Okay, once we have our spline, we can just duplicate one of the sweep nerves and change the spline for the new one. I'll just change the intermediate point setting just to have more subdivisions, and I'll change the parameters of the rectangle. Okay, so now we have the base of the chair, and we'll modify it to fit our design. I will now adjust the points of the spline just to get a more fluid form on this part. And by pressing shift and one of the handles, you can move just one of them. So that we get the form we want.